Alright everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video. It is 8/16/2021 and there has been some changes, including updates to my computer system. So we're going to kind of go over some of that. If we go back and look at what I used to have, I had a 2070. I just recently upgraded to the 3080 Ti. So there was some update changes on that. Alright, so first off, one thing I've noticed, I am still going in and dropping the refresh rate to 60. There was a recent Windows update, so if you're on the latest Windows update as of 8/16/2021, you should be fine. Though that did correct some issues I noticed with the VR. I'm not going to go into it, but there was an update for that. In addition, there is an updated cable with the G2 that is free. It fixes a lot of issues if you have an AMD motherboard and chip. They're rolling it out to those individuals first because they're having huge problems with sound and everything else that we could go through all day about, and then everyone else after that. So they're asking you, if you don't have a problem, please don't ask for the free cable. You have to call the 800 number to do it. It's not online. And they go through with a technician. They're real helpful and they're there to help us, but please, for the community's sake, don't just go get one to be a jerk, when you don't need it. If yours is working, wait. They also have them on sale, by the way, for $450. Anyway, so here we go. So we're looking at the 3D control panel in Nvidia, and I'm going to make it as big as possible here. If you look, these are the basic settings that I am now using in the IL2, and one of them was significant. So I will go slowly through. Everything is here at the bottom, but this is where it is. Virtual reality pre-rendering frames to 4. Now, definitely you guys want to try this on your systems and do it offline, and then online, do some testing yourself, see what you think about it. But for me, it has smoothed it out tremendously to the point where I have gone to I had a 14 kill streak in one afternoon. So it has changed everything for me, and I am loving it. The second big change that I know that definitely caused the biggest improvement in the game was turning the vertical sync off. It's not like a flat panel vertical sync. It causes the frame rate to become extremely choppy. It gets rid of all of that. And then I will slowly go up and just read the settings I have so everyone else who wants or doesn't know what's going on can look at it. Triple buffering off, this is not OpenGL. Threaded optimization is on auto. The next setting after that is the texture trilinear optimization is on, high quality. Clamp for the negative Lod bias. This is an optional thing, but I do notice that when I am on the 6 of a fighter and looking through the gun sight, lining it up, it keeps it super clear in the zoomed up position, or if you basically are forcing your head right up to the gun sight within the VR, it keeps it crystal clear. It is awesome. There's no dropping rounds in. It's beautiful. So that's why I'm doing that. But again, if your system can't handle it, that's one to sacrifice. Off on the texture filtering, anisotropic shader cache is just on from the global. Highest available for the refresh. Power management is preferred maximum performance. This is the latest driver as of 8/16/2021. So you know what I'm at. OpenGL, that's just use the auto select. It's not OpenGL game. MSMFAA, that's off because it's on in the game, so you don't need to run it twice. I haven't seen any improvement. In fact, I think I was getting crashes when I turned it on. It was causing actually blue screen of death situation. The monitor technology doesn't matter because I'm not using the monitor there, so you can go whatever. Max ref off, low latency off, CUDA off, background off. Now here I am turning 8 times super sampling on the transparency all the way up. What I noticed there, if you have a card that can handle this, it cleans it up super clean, and you're able to run it at a lower lower setting on the MSAA. So rather than 8 times, you can go down to 4 or 2 and not notice much of a difference between the steps up, other than a drop in frame rate and smoothness. So you'll have to test that. Automatic in the game inside. Gamma correction is just on. It helps make those colors pop out because there's no way to do it within the game. Off. Application control for the filtering and sharpening off. So those are all the basic settings. You will see that in there. The main two, again, is vertical sync off. If you do anything, you try that, you're going to be blown out of your mind. But the pre-rendering, from what I was learning from friends on other channels that do auto racing, they're running into a lot of the same things. By doing that pre-rendering, it's forcing the chip to process 4 frames before your GPU hands it off. And it is super smooth. Now, some people say it causes data loss within the game and stuff. Only on the finished server am I noticing where I have been bounced by someone where they just shot me in the head and killed me. When I went back and looked at the recording, it was just pretty standard that it happened to me on any of the other servers where I get a really low ping, like Combat Box or something. But those situations where you just get that insta PK and you didn't really see it coming, I've only had a few of those, and it's primarily in finish, and it's legit kills. It's just they're at high altitude, and there's just, you know, it's realistic. I didn't have a wingman, it was my problem. But I'm not noticing it when I'm shooting, and that's what matters. I mean, when I'm going in and behind someone's 6 and I squeeze the trigger and I've lined it up, it is crystal clear, smooth, like I'm on a flat screen with all the 3D glorious stereo of the VR. It is unbelievable. So definitely give this a try. I'm going to get this posted up. I know I've talked a lot, but hopefully that helps everyone else. As far as Windows Update Assistant, if you guys are having problems with that last Windows update, that does correct that problem. If you use this one to do that update, you can find it on their website, by the way. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, please post them, comments. Again, the Steam VR needs to be set to 100%. And then if you want to lower anything down, you can try to do it in the DirectX Open program, and where you're able to do it here on the slider. I'm using the automatic reprojection, but it's really not recommended to really do that. Start lowering the the DirectX to DirectX FX, which is a lower setting technically. MSAA is native for the Nvidia card, so just remember that. You could have no times, rather than 2 times. Just go down to 0 on the filtering side of that, and you will see frame rate improvement. But really, you're super sampling when you're running it at 100% on the goggles. So even though it's 2100 by 40 or whatever is the native, you're running it at 3200. Just think of that as super sampling, and that's the way they describe it at HP. You can find this on the forums, the Reddit forums, and on the there's some stuff there on YouTube about it, that if you look around, there's some people have done videos about it in the sim community. Primarily, I believe it was racing sim community was the first to break the news about what HP said about that. So kudos to all those guys. I am a big enthusiast of VR, so sometimes I'm just absorbing a lot of information, and I'm trying to share that with you guys today. So thumbs up if you like the video, and please share this with the community, because it's important that we help out everyone else. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Control 9 or something stupid. I forgot to put key.